Like what?
I learned that you are, and while I already knew this, but it's how genuine you are. Mm-hmm. And I knew that, but it's like, I don't think that I understood fully how caring and present.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys today about dealing with our two lovely favorite couples, the Hurricane, and dealing also with Zach. I want to talk about breaking down the actual kind of conversation that they had between one another. I want to go bit by bit and just kind of break it down as we go along. So if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, you like it, you share, you subscribe, you click on that bell button, notification of the what up, lows. For those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. All right, cool. Let's get into the video. Let's talk about some real stuff here. All right, cool. Let me do this quickly and get this on. All right, cool.
That you are, and I took advantage of that.
What do you mean you took advantage of that? What do you mean?
With my behaviors. I'm not used to being in a relationship, let alone marriage, where somebody is in it as much as I'm in it.
So, I think the first thing I noticed is that question that he asks, he was really trying to decipher, does this girl really understand what she's done? Does she really understand that she's made me feel a certain type of way? Does she really understand that what her actions have made me, have contributed towards me not wanting to be around her? He was looking for an answer that would sound and boom, that would hit him in a way that would make him want to come closer towards her, right? And draw near to her. But I don't think he heard that answer. Right. So he heard some textbook answers. Oh, I shouldn't have hurt you and da 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 da. But it didn't draw him closer. It didn't make him feel safe. What he's really looking for is an explanation. Hey, I'm not going to lie. Honestly and truthfully, I made a mistake. And actually, do you know what? I deeped it. When I don't feel safe, it's because of X, Y, Z. And you know what? I've done this to hurt you and X, Y, Z, da 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 da. Right. The apology that he wants is one where she volunteers the information as to why she did what she did. But she only gave an explanation by saying, I've never been in a relationship where, somebody wants me as much as I want them. That's not going to help him. Because that's not a safe answer. This can happen again. And that's what he's going to be thinking, right? Let's go a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. And so my behaviors were to, I guess I can say, like, harm. And my reaction was an overreaction. And I should not do that.
Again, she's explaining quite clearly what her behaviors were, but what is the why? Because remember, what the brain is trying to do, or what his mind's trying to do, is really trying to understand that actually I don't want to be in this situation again. If I know why, then what will happen is I can avoid that situation. If I don't know why you go into that place and do what you do, I actually can't stop it. Therefore, I'm not going to feel safe because I don't know why you're triggered, which is why he's about to answer the question. Let's go.
God, how do you think I feel?
I think you feel hurt. I think you feel hurt. I think you feel abandoned. I think you feel like I'm not actually serious about this.
So you can actually see he's actually trying to guide her in what he wants from her. How do you think I feel? Why does he want her to know how do you think I feel? Because she never answered that. Because she never spoke about that. Right? She never gave that clear pattern when she was apologizing, or let's say even saying how sorry she was. So he was trying to guide her apology towards, this is what I need. But again, it still wouldn't have been enough, because what he needs from her is to really sincerely say it from her own mouth and from her own heart. And that comes in a different way. It doesn't sound textbook. It doesn't sound rehearsed. It doesn't sound like bullcrap. In all honesty, it sounds genuine, sincere. And I think he felt like she wasn't giving a sincere answer. She definitely was giving a sincere answer, but she's more fearful of losing the relationship because of fear of abandonment than it is about Zach. It's not about Zach. It's about what Zach represents, relationship. He represents what? Safety. He represents somebody who wants me and validates me. But all of that is not going to be enough because the wounds that she's carrying. Okay, let's go a bit longer.
That I am not here for you, and all those feelings are valid, but not true. because at the end of
I want you to pay attention to his body language. My goon is not impressed. His head and body did not move away from the refrigerator the whole entire time. That body language told me everything I need to know. He's really trying to see, what are you going to say? What are you going to really say? Because I'm about to be out the door. Because whatever you got to say really right now, it's not touching me. It's not making sense. Because he moved from being away from the refrigerator to now leaning on the refrigerator and just staring at her. There's no movement from his body.
the day, I do want this marriage to work.
My biggest thing is, I understand why you're upset, but I don't understand like how I can get to that point. That's not something I'm good with, because that's why my relationships haven't worked out in the past.
Notice now how he moved off the refrigerator when he's beginning to explain. He's giving himself some room now to fully actually vent how he actually feels. He was trying to subdue his body by leaning against the refrigerator. Now, when he begins to speak, what does he say? He says, I don't understand how you got to that point. Why? Because he's looking for the why. Why do you get there? Why do you go to that extent and that limit? Why do you do that? What he's looking for is that explanation, which she's about to give, but it's not going to be enough.
Like, so I started to see that, and I'm just like, it's just going to be a repeat of what I've dealt with in the past, because like, that hasn't worked out for a reason. For me personally, it's bigger than a communication thing.
And that's the issue he's saying. It's bigger than just communication. It's bigger than just how to talk. It's bigger than just how we're communicating. It's how you talk and the reason why you're talking that way towards me, right? The disrespect that you showed me shows me there's a deeper thing underneath all of it. But I need the answer from you to see if you actually deeped it yourself. Have you deeped it? There's a deeper answer to this. Have you deeped it? There's something underneath all your insecurity, the way you're feeling and the way you're talking. Have you deeped it? That's the real question we're asking right now. And that's what she's gonna have to figure out, right? But she hasn't given an answer to him just yet.
How we handle the conflict again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, that's, again, it's not the communication, it's how we handle it, and that's something I don't know that we can change.
So the reason why he's saying I don't know if that's something we can change, because remember when he first started talking to her, he said to her, how do you handle when like stuff gets heated? And she said, I will never walk out, that's abusive, da 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 da. The fact is, she ended up doing that, right? She ended up doing that. And that is going to be more scary than somebody who doesn't know they're doing it and does it. She's conscious. She's aware of what abusive behavior is and is aware that she struggles in that area, right? So she's like, yeah, I know I effed up. But remember, it wasn't long ago you was talking to your sister saying, yeah, I'm a bit of the hurricane and my husband's going to have to just deal with it.
Like, I'm honestly scared to
pause. Now look at her particular. It's gone from the lightness now straight to she's got the intense glare, because what she's hearing right now is he's not comfortable, number one, but number two, he's not buying it anymore. And she can sense it now. He's starting to distance himself. He's not accepting her explanation as oh, okay, I hear what you're saying, let's move on. He's not. So fear is beginning to settle in, right? And she's trying to hear what he's saying, but the world is starting to go a bit hazy. I can almost guarantee you, right? Her world is starting to go a bit hazy because she's like, what are you actually really saying here? What she's sensing already that something's about to come underneath all of what he's saying.
tell you how I honestly feel right now, because I don't know if like you'll blow up.
Did you see the head? Ooh, baby, y'all didn't see the head turn? Did you not see the head turn? Brother, I was shook. I was shook. That was like Jurassic Park. You know when the dinosaur goes, and that look is to let you know, what? You know what that look is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go back a little bit. Let's just go back slightly, ever so slightly, and let's play it again.
I don't know that we can change.
Head tilt number one. I don't know something that we can change.
I'm honestly scared to tell you how I honestly feel right now, because I don't know if.
Head tilt number two. Hey, chicken brocotos, calabash. Hey, watching it the second time around was actually scary, bro. It's even more scary than the first time. I didn't even clock that body language. Bruv, the second time watching it is scary, bro. The head tilts. You know when you watch a horror movie, when they do this, what does that to signify? It's to let you know they're effed up, okay? They're to let you know that, listen, they're on crud, okay? They're on scaring you. And her body language is scary right now.
Like you'll blow up or like get
How
mad.
do you honestly feel right now?
I didn't want to do this. I can't eat. Like
Okay, before he gets into that space, okay, I want to make it very, very clear. So what you don't understand is when someone begins to go into their verbal or emotional abuse, right? The other party can be severely affected by this, right? And things like not eating, starving yourself, not concentrating on work no more, being unable to live your life to the fullest, having to double check everything that you do, making sure that you have to almost be extra scrutinizing every interaction that you have, every word you say, because what you don't want is to affect your partner. Right? So now he's feeling the anxiety. That's what he's getting anxiety from the situation because he's had it before. Right? So it's important to really deep that the brother is suffering here. There's been mental torture from the past girlfriends that have moved this way, and now this is triggering having this girl, having Michaela behave in the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch a bit more.
I don't feel good. Like when I pulled up, like I got anxiety. I did not want to come in here. I felt horrible. It was more.
And so now he's describing his anxiety. I'll be honest with you. There isn't much that she can say to save the situation. I mean, she can say she's sorry. She can say, listen, hey, look, I'm hearing you. What she really needs to be saying is, you know what? I didn't realize I'm affecting that much. I need to take myself to therapy. I need to go and get counseling. I need to go and get help. That's what needs to come out of her mouth. Not a sorry. It won't cut it. It won't cut it. Because it's like you haven't deeped how serious your behavior is. This is not a sorry and move forward. There's abusive tendencies. So this is not going to be a sorry and move forward.
Anxiety than the wedding day. I kid you not.
I don't know how to resolve what I did.
I want you to understand that I'm not saying
what I need to know is not even that how I can make it right, but how long is it going to take before we are right?
Now, I hear her, right? But she's trying to solve the issue quickly because what she wants is a return back to normal. What she wants is not to feel like she's going to be abandoned in a second or two. What she wants to feel safe. And this is why I said Pastor Cal didn't get all the information, because he gave her that safety net the other time they talked, rather than actually talking from a perspective of, listen, chick, you crazy right now. You're moving mad. Right? So this whole unfortunately he didn't get to give her a really good dressing down and let her know the way you're behaving is moving mad, because now she's in a space where she's like, how long is this going to take? Because why? Because she wants to make sure that she can keep the attachment between him and her. That's why she was so worried about him having COVID and wanting to really stay, because you see, when you have a fear of abandonment, you don't want too much distance with a person. The moment you have too much distance, you feel like they're going to move away, they're going to cheat, they're going to go with someone else, they're going to find someone else, they're going to like someone more than you, they're going to forget about you because you got abandonment issues. You got abandonment issues. And that's going to force your thinking that any type of distance is scary, which is why she wants to sort it out right now. People got abandonment issues. Often what can happen is two things. Either they can be very, very quick to try and resolve things because they're scared of losing a person, or they can go stonewalling, which is that they try to manipulate you into drawing close to them by stonewalling you, you know?
Do I need to continue to try to make it right? I don't understand.
I don't know if you picked up the energy shift, how she just did that last line. Do I need to do this to make it right? What I want you to pay attention, the energy shift. Yeah, we're just gonna go slightly back. Okay, pay attention.
No, is not even that how I can make it right, but how long is it gonna take before we are right? Do I need to continue to try to make it right? I don't.
Do I need to do to make it right? I said at that point, I said, oh darling, I need you to calm down, right? It's like she was almost like she didn't say, "Well, do you need to punish me before you make it right? Before I make it, do I need to surrender everything to make it right?" Like she's almost trying to flip it onto him. She doesn't realize he's doing that. It's like, "Oh, do I have to die?" I'm exaggerating, but it's almost saying like, "Do I have to die before you okay with it now? What are you expecting? Do I need the whole world to end before you forgive me?" And actually, what you're doing is that you're flipping it onto the other person, right? Or he's not. That's not what he's saying. Right? What he's saying is, I need space and time to really deep what's happening here. But again, any distance, she's going to feel fear. Any distance, she's going to feel like she's not wanted. And the problem is, you're going to keep on trying to validate that energy and validate that fear. And eventually, it's going to kill you. You can't keep trying to validate everything because there's going to be times where you have a different conflict resolution where you need space and she won't give it to you because she'll be like, "You're going to leave. You're going to go out there and cheat."
I don't understand.
To reconcile the situation, I don't know what we can do right now. And to me, that's okay.
Now, if you deep it, what's happened? He said, "I don't have an answer right now, but it's okay." It's not okay for our girl Michaela. And the reason why it's not okay, like I said, because abandonment fear is kicked in, right? Because if there's no viable resolution in terms of how to get back on track, that's scary for her because there's no power in not knowing how to bring this back. If you give me an answer that I just need to wash the floors and clean the toilets, she'll end up doing it because that will bring him back and that will stop the abandonment fears. Right? If there's a solution that has given her direction in terms of how to bring the relationship back, she'll be okay. But she's not going to be okay with no particular resolution because that means there is no power for her in order to have control to bring you back. That's basically what she's hearing.
Zach, we're married.
We don't have to.
Notice how now the energy shifted? Zach, we're married. Right? She's trying to switch tactics. She needs to try and bring him back. So she's trying to soften it. Right? Now she wants to soften it because she realized the other tactics she used ain't working. Let me soften it. Zach, come on. Let me appeal to your better mind. Come on. Let me try and appeal to your better mind. Come on, attack. Come on. Right? All of these tactics try and bring him back in, you know.
To have an answer to every single problem immediately. Why not like take a step back for a second? Because we have a fundamental difference in how we handle certain things that it's too big of a difference for me right now.
You know, I love the fact that he's explaining that we have two different ways of handling conflict and it's causing major issues, right? So he's actually well versed in being able to explain what's going on in his head, which is really good because it will help her understand where he's coming from. But again, you know, I don't think she fully deeps what he's saying about the two different styles and how it's clashing at the moment. Let's listen to what her response is.
I apologize and I've admitted that I was wrong.
Okay, but this is my issue. Like, so remember we talked to
now notice she said, "I've apologized and I said I was wrong." But what does he do straight away? Instead of accepting, he goes, "Okay, but that's not what I'm," because what he doesn't know what he's fully looking for, right? But I'm gonna tell you what he's looking for. What he's really looking for is more than just acceptance. Okay, it's one of the remember I told you guys about apology languages, right? There's certain apology languages that you require the person not only to say forgive me, but actually to show you that they've learned from the mistake by saying, "Hey, one or two things. You know what? I've heard what you said and I heard what Jaron said, and I'm gonna take myself to counseling because I really apologize, but I know that I need to do some work on myself." This would have changed him. Because what he would have realized is she's seen her problems and she's willing to do something about it. What he can't really fully explain is that there is something wrong here, Michaela. It goes beyond communication. There's something wrong here that you need to sort out. And you can't do it on your own because you haven't been doing it beforehand. You're not going to do it now. You need help. But he's not been able to say it just yet.
As a cow about the boundaries, about how we handle confrontation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was after a whole argument and I thought we reconciled that. And then what took me to the next level and over the top.
Now he's about to say, obviously, what took him to the next level. He said, obviously, I thought we reconciled that issue with Dr. Kyle, but then he realized again another over emotional reaction. So remember, leaving the house, you know, the wink or the scrutiny of the screwing him on the couch, you know, the screaming and shouting, and now this. you wouldn't just cancel the party because you didn't feel because you felt annoyed. So he's starting seeing like, hold on a minute, this is regular behavior for you. Regular behavior.
Was you canceling the housewarming. It's just like, that came out of the blue. You can't just like do that.
Zach, I didn't know that.
Know what?
That me trying to cancel a housewarming would affect you in the way that it did. I didn't.
No. Sis, but that's not what's the final thing. Your set of behaviors. You overreact to everything. And then you didn't slow down with the party thing. You just ended it. You did it again. Your overreaction. But this is normal for you. That's what I'm saying to you, that this abusive behavior doesn't stop. It keeps on going and growing and growing and growing until there's another immovable force, which is knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and having practicality in your work that you do to heal yourself, and the mental mind meets you. Otherwise, you just keep mowing down people and things. Right? So I didn't know that it would affect you that. Just, of course you did. Now, I'm not saying that she knew it was going to affect him this deeply, but you definitely knew it was going to affect him. It's the reason why you cancelled it.
Know that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cry now. I didn't know that. And had I known like that it was gonna make you as mad as much as it did, then maybe I wouldn't have done it. But who knows if I would have done it still?
Sis, what? I don't know if you had told me how you. Okay, I didn't know. Listen to what she just said. It's mad. I didn't know it would make you feel the way it did. But had I known how you felt about it, I may have still done it. So basically, what you're saying is, I don't give an F. That's basically what you're saying. I would have done it. Now, she said she didn't know how he felt. So she wants to get a pass. But she just went and just killed herself by saying, hold on, if I knew how you felt, I may have still done it. Well, insist that's precisely what he's talking about. That behavior, right? That overreactional behavior. Even if he felt the way he did, you'd have still done what you're not sure if you would have done what you would have still done. You're not sure after apologizing and saying what you've done that you would have stopped yourself from canceling the birthday party if you knew how you felt. By all means, yes, get out. He's not safe in there. He's not safe in there. Clearly not.
But I didn't know that. I don't know how to make you understand that this is something new to me. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But I'm saying that I'm sorry.
And sorry seems to be the hardest word. All right, don't watch that. I can't actually sing, but it's just madness. But anyway, listen. Now, she says, I'm sorry. The point of the matter is, sorry is not enough. Clearly, it's not enough because you didn't care. If he did know or he didn't know, you'd have still done what you did. Sorry is not enough. You do it on purpose now, right? There's an intentionality behind it. You're trying to hurt the person. And you've admitted that in your previous behaviors. The problem what you're gonna get with Michaela is that she's gonna do this again and be like, I know that my baby's wrong and I'm trying to change that, but I'm wrong for that. I know. We're gonna be here again because we've been here 3 times already. We don't need to find out again. We don't need to. We don't need to find out again. Michaela moving mad and Michaela choosing to want to hurt the other person emotionally when she feels like she's unsafe. There's nothing he can do to make her feel safe because there will always be something that he does that makes her feel unsafe. He could be on the phone. He could be standing outside. He could be looking into the sky. He could be walking down the street with her one day and she'll feel that fear because the emotional wound has not been healed herself.
You don't have to have answers for everything, right? Like, it's not like, I feel like that's also part of it.
So, I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's tight. I feel for the brother. I want to let anyone know, listen, if you're a man, especially because this is for the men, look, you don't have to stay in these relationships. Don't try to save them. Don't try to therapize them. They need to go and heal, and it's away from you. Let them go and heal. You know what I'm saying? Let them go and heal, and let them come back bigger and better. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? All right, cool. I want to watch the last little clip and then we'll move on. Or leave it as, oh, I've lost it.
Take some time away and like not have an answer immediately.
But our marriage is so young.
But I honestly, I feel horrible right now. I can't fake it, and I'm sorry.
Now, he said obviously he feels horrible and he can't fake it, so he has to go away. That's the only part I would disagree with, right? If you don't feel safe, you don't feel safe. If you feel horrible, that's different. If you don't feel safe, it's different from I don't feel it right now. Right? So, Zach, if you don't feel safe, I'm with you. I'll back you on you leaving. If you're saying you don't feel good, I can't back you on leaving. I can't back you on leaving. Because we don't always feel good in a relationship. We don't always feel good in a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? But I totally understand the fact that what she has said, okay, has caused you distress and pain. Totally.
I'm definitely heartbroken because I came into this hoping to find the one to be done with looking for her because I wanted this all my life. So it's definitely hurtful. So I'm not happy about.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded. Let your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think? Let us know. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. You know what time it is.